Good morning. Today is the video that is probably going to be the most vulnerable of all the videos that I've posted so far, because I'm taking you down into the deepest, darkest recesses of our cabin build to the place where nobody sees. Finally, it's come to the point where I'm at a mental state that I can attack that area. It's been the biggest area of procrastination for all this time. And to be completely upfront, we are finally at a time where we can deal with it. When we built our off-grid cabin, we stored all of our household things from our previous house, and then we literally built our cabin around that. Through the years, we have had many things happen that we've thinned some stuff out. Most of our furniture got thinned out because of mold or mice. Just the reality of not having a dried-in space. We could tell you many things over the years that we've learned that we would do differently, and this is one of them. But under the circumstances, we did what we did, and so all we can do is move on. However, for the last almost 6 years, in Labor Day it'll be 6 years on this property. For the last 6 years, we have lived with all of our household stuff stored in the basement. And as we've been building, we've added building supplies, lumber, lots of tools, a massive planer, a big shaper, just industrial sized wood shaping and wood manufacturing products that take up a lot of room. We literally have had no room for anything, and the very few people that have come over can attest to that. It's a mess, it's chaos, and I will be honest, it's getting to me. I feel like it's affecting my mental health because it's something that we've had to work around all these years, knowing that we can't deal with it yet because we don't have a place to put the stuff. And so over the years, it's become more chaotic, less organized. I think we started out with it being a little bit more organized, but as we've added more things and built around it and shuffled upstairs, downstairs, here, there, there's just been no way to keep it organized. And we had no means to do it. So many times, I say many times over the last several years, we've taken the whole day, and we're like, we're gonna hit this place and we're gonna organize it. Well, and we make a great effort, but in the end, as the Fly Lady says, you can't organize clutter, you have to get rid of it. And so the only way to get rid of the stuff that's in our basement is to put it in the house, the stuff that will fit, and then get rid of the rest. Well, over the years, because we haven't been able to find things that we know that we have, we've had to purchase new things because, we've been stacked ceiling to floor with boxes. You can't just go through every box every time you need something. So we've ended up getting duplicates, and now we have a mess. I've been watching inspirational, motivational videos to try to gear myself up to this point, and I feel like I'm here. I've gotten to the point where I said I can do it, and it's overwhelming. It's super overwhelming. When I go down there, I just look around and I'm like, where do I even start? And that's how everybody feels. I'm like, I can't organize everybody else's stuff. I can't even figure out what to do with my own stuff. But the reality is we have to deal with it. Otherwise, we're not going to have any peace. So I'm taking you down. We are hitting it. It's not going to be pretty, and it's not going to be quick. So this first video will be like a little smidgen of progress. And I feel like every time I haul a bag out to my car to haul away either to the donation place or to the trash, I feel like it's like giving me a point. And it gives me just a little bit of a perk because I'm so over all this, and everybody else is too. We've just been so unmotivated to deal with this. The two people that I'm mostly listening to are Clutterbug, and she explains organizing styles, but we're not even to that point yet of organizing. We're just trying to get stuff sorted. And then Fly Lady they both have different things to add. So I'm trying to stay motivated and not get discouraged, but some days I give up and I'm just like, I can't look at it anymore. It's too much stuff. So Fly Lady calls it chaos, CHAOS, can't have anyone over syndrome. And I will be completely transparent. I've hardly had anybody come. The only people that have actually come here have been people that were offering to help do something like a construction thing. Everybody else I haven't even had come up, and I've been way too embarrassed. Even my family members I haven't had come up, and they want to, and I want them to come. It's just I've been too embarrassed having all that stuff, having the mess and the chaos, because you know, it's like, you've been building for all these years, why haven't you been able to do this? Well, we just couldn't because we didn't have the space. And now that we have rooms, we're starting to put things in the rooms and we're starting to get things moved, but we're realizing we just have way too much stuff. We have way too many books, too much homeschool stuff that I need to sort, and we have to learn to give it away. Oh, Cass from Clutterbug, I was listening to a video last week that really hit me. She talks about the 5 stages of clutter, and is your house against you, or like, is your house, are you at war with your house? And I was like, wow, I'm in the 5th stage. It's like where the clutter is not only just a little bit overwhelming and need to sort through a few things. It's like, this has overwhelmed my life and it's just affecting me. It's kind of, I feel like I'm a little bit depressed because of it, because I just, you know, when you have something that you need to deal with, but you can't deal with it, it's just like, what are you supposed to do? Here's our attempt. Be kind. I'm taking you down. I'm showing you the reality. It's not pretty. If it was pretty, we wouldn't have to do this. So let's head down to the basement and we're going to get started with some organizing and some sorting and some pitching. All right, we're heading down into the depths. Look out, guys. Let me take it off the blur and show you the full picture. All right, this is the before. Not something I'm too proud of, but it is what it is because we had to store everything like this. So this is the before shots, and we are going to be trying our best to make some sense out of this organization over the next little while. And hopefully the next time I show you something, it will be a smidgen better. We'll do little by little, inch by inch. This is the area where we have been storing our lumber, and the lumber pile has gotten to be pretty small because Adam has been faithfully doing the trim upstairs. So this is just a little bit of walnut that we have left, and then we have some more wood over here, poplar maybe, and there's the little black baby shooting through this thing. His name is Zoomer because he zooms everywhere he goes. So we have all kinds of household things, we have construction things, just all kinds of things that we haven't been able to get a handle on organizing because it's just so much. So one thing that I'm working on, I started yesterday and it's very slow progress, is going through box by box to sort through what we have over here to determine what we can cut and what we need to keep. In the process, we'll be getting these mason jars out of here and storing them outside on the back porch until we can fix a better place for them to be. So we've got our work cut out for us. We're supposed to have a goal. So my goal is to be of assistance to anybody who's building. Adam is going to be the one building shelves in here. So I'm trying to move mason jars out. Anything else that will help? Right now it's blankets. Because we never just do one project at a time, simultaneously we have Greg out under the back porch building shelves, which will actually help us in here because our mason jars can go on those, the empty ones. And Andrew is busy cleaning out the camper, which we lived in for 5.5 years. And so that is a big project. These are all projects that nobody wants to do. I find that I'm not very efficient when I see all this stuff and it's just like everything needs to be done. So I think I'm going to narrow it down, and I'm just going to focus today, at least this morning until I get this done, on the jars. I'm going to stack them outside, try to do it neatly. That'll clear a huge amount of space in here. This is the problem. I see everything. I see 50 boxes I need to go through. I see all this stuff, and it just all screams at me, do it, do it, do it. And then I just freeze. I just can't do any of it, and it's hard to make a decision. So yeah, I feel like a squirrel. I'm here, there, everywhere. It's not my stuff. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to make a decision on it. So I'll do with what I can, which is I know where the jars are going to go. Let's start with that. And in case you're wondering, I actually do like to do canning. I have not done any canning this year because I just feel like this project has hit me so hard that I don't feel like I can move on mentally until I have this in order. It's come to that place where this has to be dealt with. And our garden's not really producing that much anyway, so it's actually working together for that. But if I have something pressing on me, then that consumes everything. And this is so huge. It's beyond my control. If I could hire one of those people that would come in and do it all, that'd be great, but I'd still have to make the decisions, and so I have to just do it. Have to do it. I just wanted to take 1 second and ask you, if you like this video, to hit the subscribe button. You can also hit the like button if you do like it. And this just helps us get our content out to more people. I noticed that most of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So you can change that in a flash. It helps our channel, helps you, that you can get off-grid advice, off-grid living, and just random stuff from the crazy redhead on the ridge. Have a great day. So part of the cleanup is getting this stuff around this camper cleaned up. It's really kind of hard to know exactly where to start out here too, because we have roofing metal and roofing trim that we still are going to be using some of it. And this isn't beat up, it's just dirty. So we have wood that we had stored outside the camper when we were living in it, and we have we had basically a life in the camper for, close to 6 years. So transitioning from that is not the easiest thing, although it's a good thing. It's just learning what to do and how to process everything and where to put everything so that we can have things in order. And I freely admit that organization is not my forte, and so it's hard to teach what you don't know. And I think the fact that we have so much volume of stuff just from building supplies, most of the stuff that we have is not like, we don't collect a bunch of stuff. I mean, probably some stuff too much, but most of what we have is a lot of building supplies left over, but things that we may still be using for projects. And so we can't really get rid of stuff if we think we might be using it. And I know that's the whole thing. Get rid of it if you haven't used it for a year, but we're still actually in the building process. So Andrew's working on the inside of this camper, cleaning it out from all of our stuff, and a lot of it's cleaned out. But he's hauled off a load of wood here that we have been burning. We have an enclosure off of the camper that we have a wood stove in, and so that really helped keep the camper in the dry and warm during the winter months. Before more progress could be made, they had to unload all that firewood from the truck, and I was still moving jars, hauling pipe, clearing stuff out. If you look closely, you can see that the cats are never far away. Back inside, everyone's in their own zone. Here I am still moving things around in the center. Adam's up in the corner clearing off shelves, and Andrew is here, there, and everywhere. It really does look like we're just buzzing around like little ants, but I have to remind myself that this is the long game. It's not going to happen overnight. It didn't get this way overnight. In real life, it doesn't wrap up quickly in 30 minutes like it does on TV. We have to move things out of these corners so that sheetrock can be hung on the ceiling and then wood on the walls. So there is a lot of shuffling that has to be done. Out back, the guys are clearing a space and coming up with a way to build the big shelves. It's a rainy Monday, but let's check on progress, see what we've been getting done so far. Okay, this shelf up here was crammed full, and Adam has vacated everything from off that shelf. I don't know where he put it. We won't ask. And this other shelf that's behind there, that one is completely empty too. I think he put it on the floor, but he's going to be filling those cracks with insulation, and I think he's actually going to start in this corner first. So it's going to be a job for him because we just have so much stuff in here, so many things that are stored. But little by little, I think he's going to be taking down these shelves, doing the insulation, and putting up some other type of shelving. So we don't see vast progress yet, but we already knew it was going to be this is the long game. This is not the one-day game. So seeing 2 clear shelves is progress for us. And he wasn't getting rid of stuff. All he's doing is moving stuff so that he can do insulation and put up boards on the walls. So that's his. I did succeed in getting all the mason jars out of the house, and the guys are building shelves on the outside of the back of the house for storage of empty mason jars. And yes, that's a thing because we have a lot. So that's given some breathing room in here. That cleared a whole section of the house already. Hasn't been cleaned up yet though, but this whole area behind me was mason jars, and now it's empty. And so I need to work on cleaning this up and sorting through things. Let's check on the guys and see how they're doing with those shelves. How's progress going? Well, we have a rainy day. I have a fire, so that actually represents some stuff that we've been able to toss, and that's a good thing. We try to toss our burnables, extra lumber, stuff like that, so that we're not having to clog up the dump and all that stuff. It just makes it easier to deal with here. I have 3 trash bags that I have filled so far today, and that feels good because that's 3 less trash bags full of stuff that I have had to deal with. I think I have one almost full in there too. I'm sweeping and I'm trying to make some sense out of what I've already done. And I'm still plugging along. Those guys are out back working on those shelves, and yeah, I'm pleased with the progress, even though it's hard to see what we've actually done. But I know we're making it because I'm filling up trash bags. None of these interventions that we're doing in here are permanent because everything is going to have to be taken off the walls so that we can hang the insulation where it's not hung, and then we can put the walls on. But in the meantime, we have to have some order. And I've been looking for this big shelf. Well, I knew where the shelf was, but I've been looking for the last one of these so I could set it up, and it's been lost for so long, but I finally found it today. And so I'm going to put this thing up. Our shoes are going to go on this. I know it's a crazy thing. We have so many pairs of rubber boots and it seems like all of them are needed. So I'm not trying to go through those today. I'm just trying to organize them so that we can walk through here and not have shoes everywhere. And that is what we have now. We have shoes, shoes, shoes. The one thing about building like we've been doing is we've had so many things that are temporary. And this is another temporary solution because we have the wood stove here, even though it's buried. And this shoe rack will not be able to be here when we run the wood stove. However, by that time, we hope to have a hearth built. There's just so many things we have to do. In the meantime, we need to have something organized. So I'm just really happy that we found this because we've been using this little bitty one and all of the shoes do not fit on there. Once again, progress, not perfection. We have all the tiers of the shoe rack filled with boots, and at least they're up off the floor and organized. As I come out the back door, I'm surveying the progress that the guys made. And this is out back under the back porch. So we have we have 2 columns here. We have that one and this one. And then we have 2 more on this side, which is going to be the basis for a lot of shelves. Get some of the construction stuff out of our house so that we can have a little breathing room. And then, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do here. I think they've called it for the day, but it's gonna allow, from what they tell me, ample storage capacity. This is the progress, end of day 1. At least we have most of this area cleared out of stuff. This planer has to go. This stuff will be shuffled as soon as I find a good place for it, but I have all the boxes and bins out of here. That feels like success to me. This whole area behind the fridge is cleaned out, and everything back here, even though I have bags that look like they don't have much order, this stuff is sorted, and we have it's becoming more organized in my mind. This is all paint supplies, and it's definitely a start. So we can see the floor, we have a wide open space, and we have books to sell in a bin. Here's how it goes when I take a walk. You're in the lead, Zoomer.
I'm scooting right along.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cats coming along.